Alright, buddy, hello and welcome. As always, I'm Sean. This is In the Mixer, episode number 12 of our St Pauli series, and it is our final episode in Germany. Reason being, we've got our very exciting Pentagon Challenge coming on the 1st of March. Very much looking forward to getting that one started. Keep an eye on the channel for those episodes as they come out, but we want to finish on a high, we want to go out on top, and we want to finish our St Pauli journey in the right manner. So without any further ado, we're going to jump in and have a look at how we've gotten on. So, as you guys can see, just up above my head here, we are currently top of the league. 32 games played, plus 41 goal difference, 71 points, 5 points clear of second place, Werder Bremen. If you didn't go back and watch the episode earlier on this week, you know that we had two pretty tough games playing Hamburger and Werder Bremen back to back. We had a draw and then a defeat to Werder Bremen. Things got a little bit sketchy. We then turned it around with a good 1-0 victory against Fortuna Dusseldorf. We lost 2-0 to Union Berlin, and that was a time where I really thought, okay, maybe we are going to bottle this and they're going to catch us, but thankfully it hasn't worked out that way. We'll look more at Werder Bremen's results in a moment. But then 3 back-to-back wins, a 1-0 victory against Paderborn, a 3-1 victory against Jan Regensburg, and a 3-0 victory last time out against Eintracht Braunschweig. Sets us up nicely. Last 2 games of the season, I should say. Greta Firth in 5th position. There's still an outside chance to maybe jump up the table a little bit. We'll have a look at that again in a moment. And Dynamo Dresden to finish off the season. If we lose both games, there is a chance Werder Bremen can still get above us and win the title, but we are guaranteed promotion, which is absolutely fantastic. If you look at Werder Bremen's fixtures during that time, they nearly caught us. That game where we dropped points against Union Berlin, they only mustered a draw. They could have drawn level with us, but would have been behind a goal difference. And then thankfully, they did have a 2-0 defeat to Heidenheim as well, which helped us out quite a bit. It does mean, going into the final game of the season, that we are 5 points clear. It would be the biggest bottle job of all time if we don't manage to hold on and get our league title, which our play deserves. We're actually also, if we win both games today, a chance to set a new points record in the Bundesliga too, which of course would be absolutely fantastic. Greta Firth and Union Berlin, who I mentioned, beat us. They've been on a hell of a run lately. They've jumped up into 4th spot. Neither of those sides can pick Hamburger. If Werder Bremen drop a whole bunch of points, Hamburger could potentially get above them as well, but there is a goal difference swing that would have to take place there as well. So the top 3 effectively already confirmed. Some of that order could potentially change depending on the results in this episode. Now, looking at the squad, we have been relatively threadbare since January. You can see Renier here and Kaminski. They're the 2 real challengers in terms of match fitness and whatever else. Renier's pretty much back. Kaminski, not quite ready yet. I'm going to throw them on the bench anyway. We're not going to use them unless we absolutely have to. Otherwise, the team is looking good. You can see most of the starting 11 up to 3-star ability. Most of them still at 4.5 or 5-star potential. A lot of this group will be primed to go up into the Bundesliga. And if you want to continue the journey, this game save will be available for you to carry on at the end of this episode. You just have to DM me over on Twitter. Now, team selection, we're going to go attacking. We're really going to try and finish the season as aggressively as possible. We are going to try and get a good team out there. So it's Losas in goal, Bella Kotchap and Norman Williamson as the defensive partnership, Gunderland at right wing back, Nets at left wing back, Sandri, Gabua and Omer Bayaz complete the midfield 3. Sandri will anchor behind the other 2. Zebalos on the left wing, cutting in as the inverted winger onto his favourite right foot. Carbonell, who has done pretty much every role in this front 3 that we've needed him throughout the course of the year. He'll play on the right-hand side, and Arezo leads the line up top. 1 more goal and he gets a bonus for 20 league goals this season. He doesn't traditionally do that well as soon as we start recording, so hopefully he can get some form going, get himself that goal bonus, and also get some goals in the back of the net. He's a hell of a talent if you haven't used him on your own saves, but he just doesn't seem to want to do that well whenever we're recording. I'm going to say, I know a lot of you have been keen to avenge what happened last time we played Greta Firth, because we actually lost to them, and hopefully we can get a good result today. They are playing a 4-1-4-1, which is an interesting structure. It does occasionally give us some issues. We'll, of course, be going with our 4-3-3 structure that you guys are so familiar with at this point. All right, so for the first time, I think, in the series, we've gotten to half-time without a single highlight for either side. Statistically, we are ahead. So they've had 4 shots, 1 on target, 0.29 XG and 51% of the ball. We've had 7-3, 0.78 XG and 49% possession. You can see the little graph there. I cannot remember the last time we had an entire half without a single highlight. It has not gone fantastically well for us. Maybe our tactics aren't right. Now, we'll stay attacking. We'll give it 15 more minutes, and then we'll have a look at making an adjustment. Maybe we need to drop a bit deeper and try and drag them out a little bit. A draw is enough for us to put us clear. We've got a wide free kick here. Bauer had pinballs around. They managed to put it home. So this is going to be an interesting little run home. Pressure will definitely go up going to the last game if we don't get a good result here. It would, as things currently stand, mean we don't set a new Bundesliga points record as well. Round with the free kick in. It's Bauer with the first header. It hits Gunderland, and then Seguin kicks it. It hits Diose, who could have been in an offside position. I think it was just on, but it does ricochet through. and they do take a lead against us, which is a bit frustrating. All right, we've got a highlight here. We're going to have to let this one play out as well, and then we're going to immediately make some changes. 1-2 there from the corner, from the throw-in. Long clearance isn't to anyone in particular. Arazo not interested in pressing the ball. Bauer, now to Asta. Wide right area, skips past Netz's challenge. Does well to stick with him. Ball towards back stick. Losas does very well. Comes out and claims. He's on track to set a clean sheet record as well for a Bundesliga season. It's a good strike from distance there from Zeballos, and I thought maybe the keeper had gotten a touch, but it looks like it's gone out for a goal kick. All right, we're going to go to our cautious mentality. We're going to drop off a little bit, hopefully drag them out, and then let's have a look at these player ratings. You can see Bayaz hasn't played particularly well and has a knock. We'll take him off. Ramu can go to the advanced forward role. Carbonell hasn't played particularly well. Renier might make an appearance because why not? And then looking at condition, there's a couple of players here that aren't really ready to go. Zeballos. Oh, do we want to risk Kaminsky? Yeah, why not? We're losing at the moment, so we might as well. And then let's also throw out a demand more shout. With 30 minutes remaining, what can we do to try and salvage a late victory here? In the other match, Werder Bremen are currently... Where are they? I can't even see them. All right, and we're into the last 10 minutes. So while I look for them, I'm just going to hit pause. We're going to hit demand more again. Werder Bremen 1-0 up. Hamburger drawing 0-0 with 1860 Munich. 10 minutes to go. We haven't really had so much as a shot on target in this match. Renier finds Gunderland from the throw-in. Does well to get around the first man. Then slows down. Aremu back to Gunderland. Renier's there. Instead he goes himself. Gets a ball in towards Arazo. And it's just over the crossbar. Out for the goal kick. We're going to get any late drama here or late highlights. This is going to be quite the boring game. They're telling me Luka Netz is injured. I thought I took him off. Okay, so we're going to finish this one with 10 men. It's not the person that I would have thought would be the one to get injured. And it does see Werder Bremen draw 2 points behind us as things currently stand, still leading 1-0 in their game. And we're not going to set a points record. The wheels are coming off. I'm just going to say you weren't good enough today. I'm not going to worry too much about the title talk. We just need 1 point from the final game of the season, but no highlights in the second half isn't great. Very few actual shots on target is also not great either. So a bit disappointing that we aren't going to set that record. Renier returns to full training, which is good. Luka Netz is injured 3 to 5 weeks. Bayaz is injured 1 to 2 days. That one's fine. But Netz is now pretty much means his season is finished for us. We're going to bring on Rodriguez in his position. He's been excellent for us, Luka Netz. I just don't think we can afford him. Like, if I went and make an offer, 525k, they want 171 million euros for him, which, like, I don't know how they're coming up with that figure. 18-year-old loanee. But yeah, left back would definitely be a spot that we would have to try and improve going up into the Bundesliga. Try and get someone in permanently for it as well. Bela Kotchap wants a new contract. We're going to say end of the season, we'll talk to him. He's fine with that, thankfully, and I think magic of editing now, we're going to jump forward to the Dresden game, and hopefully the Dresden game will give us some highlights, because that would be fantastic for a final episode. All right, jumping forward a week, frustratingly, we've had some more issues. Sandri and Renier, you can see here, both called up by the Brazilian under-20 team, which isn't the greatest advice ever. Remo will come in, and he'll anchor the base of midfield in place of Sandri. Renier drops out. Means Carbonell will start because Kaminsky is not fully fit. Means on the bench, we've got a backup goalkeeper, a defender, a fullback, and a winger. So we've got to hope that this team can get us through it. We're going to go after it. We're going to go attacking. I'm not going to change. This attacking style has gotten us all the way through the series so far. But coming into the last match, missing so many players and having such a threadbare squad, not the way that I would have hoped. The situation is, if we get a single point, we should win the division, unless there's a massive, massive goal swing over in the other game. You can see the 4-3-3 we're going with here, unchanged starting lineup for us, except for Aremu coming in, which you already know about. Dresden playing a 4-3-3 also, very similar structure actually. Could be an interesting matchup in midfield. Should be straight man for man in a lot of situations. You can see there, Werder Bremen 2 points behind us, but 6 goals they would need if we had to draw this game and they had to go above us. So I think we've kind of got one hand on it. If we lose this match, it could be taken out of the goal difference entirely and it will come down to points only. So Werder Bremen, we are going to keep an eye on. They are sitting here against 1860 Munich away from home. Hamburger have pretty much guaranteed themselves that third place finish as well after dropping points last time out. First highlight that we've seen of the match, thankfully, we haven't had a highlightless first half. Ehlers with the ball here all the way back to their keeper. Good press there from Zeballos. Bayaz with a good header, but it's given back to the Dresden midfield. Schnegg, now Storr, left wing, coming forward. Bayaz does well to come across to him. He's a bit everywhere at the moment. Nice little triangle on this left-hand side. Now they look for the switch out to the right. We have got numbers there to try and deal with them. Just stand them up, boys. Rodriguez lets Krasniqi run. Cut back to the 6-yard box. It's closed down well by the defence. Storr now Tries to get one away, and Zeballos with a flick on header is going to send it out. Bit weird. Is the shot that was closed down by the defence, was that the highlight that we were looking at? I don't think it was going to challenge the keeper, to be honest. Stark, Krasnicki, up the line here to Virac. Switch out to the other side again. So Dresden coming into the game here in the opening 15 minutes. Wyrak, Zeballos goes to press. Krasnicki with the backstick ball, and the header was straight out Losas, thankfully. Still a chance for him to set a new clean sheet record for the season, if he can get one today. But early doors, Gundogan's given it away in a terrible area, and Vidra has put it in. Curse of the commentator. Just I've spoken about keeping a clean sheet. We've gone and thrown it away like that. Tactically, let's go to our cautious mentality. Let's just drop off a little bit, because they're giving us some issues, and Gundogan has wrecked Losas' chance at setting a clean sheet record. I guess it goes to the whole defence, not just Losas, but yeah, that is quite frustrating. I think it's a Vidra or Widra, however you want to pronounce that, gets the near post finish, and we're a goal down in this one. It's insane how well we've played and how far ahead we've been in this division, yet every time we record, we just seem to play like shit and drop all our points. I know some of that is because of the way I record and that I reload the game and record matches each and every day, but it's still quite frustrating. Good ball over the top here for Stark. Krasnicki on the full-back overlap. Zeballos now might get the chance to get forward. He goes long up the line when he probably didn't need to. Arezo goes to close down the defence. Now Krasnicki. They've got numbers there on the right. Stark's getting a lot of free ball at the base of midfield for them. Vyrak has gotten in on the right-hand side again. And backstick ball, it pinballs around. Vidra nearly with the double. Losas with an excellent save down to his right-hand side. We're not playing particularly well in this fixture, must be said. And here comes Dresden again. Star out to Vidra. Now Schnegg, cut back here to Storr. Stark, lovely reverse pass to Schnegg, and Losas, good save, but couldn't hold it, and Rodriguez thankfully gets it away. Yeah, this hasn't been a good performance from anybody. I'm going to throw the demand more shout out with about 10 minutes remaining in the half. We haven't even had a shot on target at this point. 0.05 XG is one of the lowest halves I've seen from any teams, not just ourselves, opposition sides as well, at least manage more than that. Should we throw the water bottle? Why not? Let's just try it out. Far from pleased. Tactically, we're going to switch it up. We're going to go to our positive structure, and we're going to send everybody back out there. Most players look devastated to be throwing the bottle, but really, it's the only chance we've got. As things stand, we do stay top only because it is currently a draw between 1860 Munich and Werder Bremen. It's not the way that I would want to win a league title, to be honest. Gabua with the ball in here from the corner. It's headed back out to him again. Second ball in. Arezo was in the area. Carbonell. Now Arimu. Norman Williamson. Now Bella Kochap. Gabua's got the overlap there. Zeballos could have turned away from his man. Instead he goes to Rodriguez, had a man right on him. Gabua, Arimu, now Rodriguez. Can he drag a defender? Gabua, Rodriguez again. Get a ball into the box, please. Cut back to Gabua. Ball towards back stick. There was Carbonell there, but it's a header over the crossbar for the goal kick. I guess that's some sort of positive play. Shouldn't be too upset. What can we do here in terms of subs? Arezo is struggling, but I've got no one to change him out for. Gundeland. He can come off for Vikov. Bella Kochap can come off for Amini. And Kaminsky is going to come on for Carbonell. So I'm just trying to do the best I can at the moment with what's available to me. Kaminsky's still not fully fit, but we can get him out there and go with the demand more shout. Omer Bayaz, wide free kick towards near post. It's headed away. Rodriguez needs to get there first and does. Now finds Bayaz left-hand side of the penalty area. He's gone down in the box. And are we going to get given a cheap penalty here? We might indeed. He's drawn it out to nothing. I don't think we had much on in the middle. And we're going to see this one go to VAR, or it's gone to penalty review. And he's given it. That is surprising. So Bayaz is going to get a chance here. Fingers, toes, arms, eyes, ears crossed, wherever in the world you're watching from. Bayaz, left-footed ball, gets it to the right-hand side of the keeper. Keeper did guess the right way, but third goal of the season for the little Turkish midfield playmaker. And is that the window that we need to try and get back into this game? A point would be enough as things currently stand, but really, I want to try and get 3 points and finish and win this title in front of our fans on the back of a good performance and a good win. We're going to throw a demand more shout out there again. As we get into the last 10 minutes here, Arezo still struggling, quite frustrating from him. One more demand more shout. What can we do here? Werder Bremen have fallen behind at 1860 Munich, so things would be enough as things stand, but still quite frustrating. And it's not let us watch the little animation there. It's just immediately skip past it. That is... Oh, here we go. We are going to get to see it. No, we're not going to get to see it because now it's telling me all this news. I want to see him lift the trophy, boys. But we do win the title, and here we go. There's my little man just raising the first trophy for the club. And here he goes. Can't give us the fireworks. Gives it loads. I don't know where that confetti's falling from because the stadium doesn't have a roof. So some sort of dive bombing scenario from an aircraft, but wonderful, wonderful stuff and fantastic to get our first league title on the channel so far this season. A 1-1 draw to finish off the season. We win it all. I've gone into the top Australian managers category, which is great. In the Mixer brings glory to St Pauli. Border delighted, which is fantastic. Second season to win the title in the second division is fantastic. It does see us go up to the Bundesliga as well, but that actually brings the series to an end. So we're going to save the game. Now, as I mentioned at the start, if you guys want, you can get a copy of this save file. Just hit me up over on Twitter. I will send it across to you. But we have got something very special that I want to show you guys before we jump back in. And we're going to cut to that now. So as always, fantastic work there from Rick at How Many Triangles. Links in the description for his work as well. Very, very excited about the Pentagon Challenge. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it as well. St. Pauli's been great. It's been sporadic content. I appreciate the guys that have stuck with the series. But if you do want to continue to be kept up to date on all of our videos as they continue to release and get on board with our Pentagon Challenge, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel to be kept up to date on all that fantastic stuff. As always, I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the mixer.